Cruelty Squad, the game where you fish, crash the stock market, eliminate corporate leaders, and find a meaning to life all at the same time. Now, you might be thinking, JJ, this game looks ass, and I would agree with you if it was my very first time playing it too. But what if I told you that Cruelty Squad was made with complete delicacy and care? You see, this game invented movement, bee hopping, grappling, wall hopping, missile boosting, and much, much more. The movement and map designs go hand in hand, but you wouldn't understand that because you're new to the game. First, let's go over the intro and what you're actually meant to be doing. This is you, a sad man with no purpose in life. Also, you think, you're a contract killer hired by this friendly looking thing to kill everything and anything that he wants dead. We'll call him Will. He speaks in hieroglyphics and that's all you need to know about him. You start with two weapons, a silenced pistol and an SMG. You're given absolutely zero context to your first level, Cruelty Squad HQ, except for this. This level isn't really a level, it's just a tutorial. You find a shooting range, another shooting range, a place to throw things, there's a vending machine to buy food, the back rooms, a secret tunnel that leads you to a swamp, and a secret place that you can't get to just yet. Finally, in the last room, there's a nice place with a fountain, a box, a door, remember this for later, and a nice happy community of contract killers. Now, I'm not going to go over every single level because that will just take ages, but just the important fun ones. First off, Paradise. This is the best level and you cannot argue against me. It's got tons of secrets and when you can learn how to bee hop and all the other movement, it becomes 10 times more fun. Paradise is just a town with millions of secrets and guns, and this is also the first level where you can get a secret level, but I'll go over secret levels later. Seaside Shock. This level is just an excuse to shoot up a cruise ship in a stylish way. The map's also way more fun if you have a Crependix. You can finish the level so quickly with it since you could just shoot the first two in less than a minute. And this also has a secret level. Next we have Office. Again, the most fun with the Crependix, but absolutely AIDS with that one. You can climb the walls and just shoot the windows, and you can do one of two things. Shoot the targets with a sniper, or any gun really. Or let the targets kill themselves because everyone in this game is suicidal. Archon Grid. It's the final level, well technically the final level, but it's also absolutely massive and you really only need to explore like 5% of the map to beat it. This is the only level I can speedrun and it's also extremely hard. The ending is the only one with an actual boss fight, but it's actually really easy when you understand it. Okay, now I'm going to go over the secret levels but in short detail. Darkwood is so dark that you need a flashlight to complete. Alpine Hospital is just an ice mansion with a secret flamethrower. I've never used it by the way. Neuron Activator is just a massive party with $1 million hidden after beating an entire army. House costs $1 million and you die when you shoot these massive Diglett things. Also, to complete the level, it's completely ass because you need some sort of speed to help you. Finally, Miner's Miracle. This made me extremely uncomfortable to play and is easily the scariest level in there. If you go the normal way, this happens. And also, it's the hardest level I've ever had to complete, bar one of them. Guns and weapons. The weapons in this game are just insane. You have the basic ones like Science Pistol, RPG, a cool assault rifle, but you can also get flamethrowers, a massive sniper rifle, and Zippy 3000. Also, I haven't got all the weapons yet because there are so many, and I don't think I ever will. But I did get the hardest gun to ever get, the ZKZ. Every speedrun pro has this gun. It's not that good, it's more reflex. It does do a lot of damage, but to be honest, damage in this game isn't that important. Equipment is 10 times better than weapons, and is just overall more useful. You can go the whole game with the Science Pistol, but you can't go the whole game without at least some equipment. There's so many that I'm just going to go over the important ones for each part. For the head, you can get rid of half your head and replace it with a gun. Composite helmet, which just gives you a chance to deflect damage. This is worth getting, by the way. And you can get a life sensor, which is great because it just gives you wax. For the arms, you can get grenades, augmented arms to throw stuff at inhumane speeds. And finally, the best equipment anyone can get is the Crependix. It's $50,000, which requires a lot of grinding, but it's definitely worth it. For legs, you can get tons of speed boosts, and if you find it, you can get a Icarus machine, which just makes you Sonic on crack, and you get a 20 times speed boost. You can get jump boosts, with the best one being alien legwear because it's cool for speedruns and b-hopping. The last part that you can augment is the chest. You can get extra armor, a special core suit, camo stuff to make sure you're even more sneaky, and a flesh suit to make yourself OP. But it also means you can see absolutely nothing, and it's not worth buying this in the slightest. Now you might be thinking, JJ, how do I make money to buy all these amazing augments? And the answer isn't simple. You can catch fish and sell them, but some of these fish are here for 0.25 seconds. If you didn't know, the average human reaction time is literally 0.25 seconds, so good luck getting them. You can trade stock, but be careful because if you buy some stock and then eliminate corporate businessmen and businesses, then the stock will just crash. My favourite way to make money, however, is by selling people's organs on the black market. Also, I didn't bring it up before, but you can eat people for a grand total of 1 HP. Now, when I told my friends that this game was the best game I've ever played, they were confused. And that's because the endings to this game are amazing. So I'm going to go through my favourite endings in order. Now, when I was trying to figure out the endings, I got way too confused and just searched it up. Some guy on Reddit made a massive post explaining all three, and another guy summarized it. On a meta level, it's easy to see the three endings as different reactions to an oppressive society. First ending. The player accepts their place in the hierarchy, happy but oppressed by those above them. Quote, the sun smiles at you with eternal malice, end quote. Second ending. The player works the system and comes out on top, benefiting from the system in place but treading on the heads of those below him. Quote, your friends are in hell, yet you smile, end quote. Now, before I move on to the third and final ending, I want to say how you get it, because it's easily the most cancerous level I've had to endure. There are two ways of completing it. The best way is to go left, and you know what? I'm just going to let you watch me try and beat it. This ending is insane, and it goes on for like 2 to 3 minutes. It's really, really hard to understand, and I don't think anyone has actually agreed to what the ending means, but I'm going to read out what the random Reddit man thinks it means. Third ending. The player tears down the systems in place and gives the opportunity for society to start anew. Quote, you feel pity and disgust, but only in the way a being of pure grace can. In an act of violent mercy, you terminate the world of life. End quote. Now, some of you may be thinking, which complete and utter degenerate made this? And to be honest, that's what I was thinking while I was playing this game. The company that made it was Consumer Soft Products. The artist being Vil Kallio. I don't know how to pronounce their name. If I get it wrong, I'm sorry. Vil is easily the most mentally ill person I've ever witnessed. His Instagram is filled with his oversaturated photography, art, selfies of him staring right into the camera, and one of his posts was just his antidepressants with a caption as energy. A couple other interesting things about the game is the sound design and soundtrack. When you shoot and as the bullets run out, the sound will get lower and deeper. The way things talk is just this lower level inaudible mumble, and the music is odd. You can buy the soundtrack separately if you really enjoy listening to it, but if you do you, Queen. I personally don't like the music. I mean, it's fitting, but when I listen to this on Spotify, no. Finally, the UI. The UI is the most eye-raping thing I've ever seen. But it's not just some funny troll to annoy the player. It's actually really important. You start off with this border, the Flesh Automation border. And it just means you're a normal person and you can't access anything. There's the Power in Misery border, which means you can access these doors. And to be honest, it's not hard to get, just be good at the game. There's the Divine Light border, which you get by gaining this orb, and you lose it when you die. This is the most important border as it lets you access these doors, which are important for trying to get secret endings and secret levels. Finally, the Hope Eradicated border lets you access these weird doors with eyes on it, and allows you to complete the life ending. You can get by gaining these orbs, and also it just makes the game 10 times harder. Also, when you die, you don't lose it. The only way to get rid of it is if you get the other orb. Another part of the UI is the health indicator. It's just this ball thing sitting in an obscure part of your screen, almost as a distraction. Also, reloading isn't just as simple as pressing R and waiting. Instead, you hold right click and drag it down, which I prefer. It feels quicker and cooler to do. The icons and main menu is again insane. The restart icon is a snake man eating itself, and the main menu is an amalgamation of everything. But it makes sense. If you play the game for longer than 10 minutes, you can understand what the layout means and where everything goes. In conclusion, Cruelty Squad is the best game I have ever played. The best way to describe it is a schizophrenic man finds the meaning to life while tripping on every single drug known to man. I've spent countless hours playing this game, and there's a good reason for it. So I say to you, try this game out because it will not disappoint. Okay, I'm just gonna get straight to the point. You're probably thinking, JJ, why'd you have a second channel? You're a small channel. And, you know, I agree with you, I'm a small channel, but there's content that I want to make that I don't think it fits my main channel. So stuff like this, they don't do well on my main channel at all. I don't know if that's because of they're not like absolutely amazing, they're not funny to watch. I don't really know, to be honest. I don't know why they don't do that well. They're not that amazing either. That's probably why. But I made the second channel so I could do essay videos based on like games and music and other stuff I like. The main channel will still be funny moments, other shit like that. I have bigger plans in the future, more stuff with like Discord and I guess like Isaac Y content, but not the exact same. It's just similar ideas. But yeah, that's kind of the reason I made this channel. I'm just gonna hope it does better. Also, apparently, if you make content that you don't usually make on your main channel, it can kind of kill your channel. Don't want that to happen, which is why I've made the second channel, so I can just upload a bunch of shit onto there. Yeah, there isn't like a real reason for it. I just wanted to do it. It gives me a reason to make more content. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're still here, like and sub for a manga. And yeah, there'll be more. I think there's another Overwatch video coming very, very soon on the main channel. But yeah, thank you.